90% of people actually lose money in the stock market. And honestly, it's not because the market is rigged against them, and it's definitely not because the market is just inherently bad. It's because most people approach it completely wrong. Well, today, we are going to fix that. Welcome to The Explainer. If you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by investing, you are in the perfect place. By the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly how to transition from a gambler into a confident investor. We'll show you how to analyze literally any company like an absolute pro, even if you are a complete beginner right now. Okay, let's dive right in. So that massive 90% failure rate? Yeah, that happens because most retail investors operate on pure blind faith. They buy based on a tip from a friend, some trending social media hype, or just a really flashy headline. Guys, they aren't investing. They are just guessing. But the best investors out there, they don't gamble. They analyze. We're going to transform you from that confused beginner into a highly confident investor who knows exactly what they are looking at. The ultimate tool to make this happen is called fundamental analysis. Simply put, this is the process of evaluating a company's financial health, its overall business model, and its potential for future growth. Why do we do this? To figure out if its stock is actually worth your hard-earned money. It requires a total mindset shift. Instead of obsessing over short-term price movements and stressing over blinking red and green numbers on a screen, you focus entirely on the real underlying value of a business. To build your toolkit today, here is our step-by-step game plan. 1. What is fundamental analysis? 2. Reading financial statements. 3. Key financial ratios. 4. Understanding the business. And 5. Rookie mistakes to avoid. All right, Section 1. What is fundamental analysis? Looking beyond the stock price. The entire foundation of this whole approach is learning to separate the market's opinion from actual reality. Think of it like this. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. A stock price is literally just a price tag. A $5 stock might actually belong to a bankrupt company, which makes it incredibly expensive. Meanwhile, a $500 stock might belong to an absolute industry titan that's printing money, making it a total bargain. You simply cannot look at a price tag and say it's a good deal without knowing the value you're actually getting for that price. So here is the absolutely crucial takeaway. The ultimate goal of our analysis is just finding companies where the intrinsic value, meaning the true calculated worth of the actual business, is greater than the current market price. When that true value is higher than the price tag, you have found yourself a genuinely strong wealth-building opportunity. It really is that simple in theory. But how do we actually find that intrinsic value? Let's get into it. Moving to Section 2, reading financial statements. Think of these as the company's official report card. Look, you wouldn't buy a used car without checking under the hood, right? Well, you shouldn't buy a stock without looking at these 3 official reports: the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. These documents show exactly how a company is actually performing out in the real world. Now, don't let the financial jargon intimidate you. Let's break them down really simply. First up, think of the income statement kind of like your own personal monthly budget. It's your salary minus your living expenses. For a company, it shows their revenue, their expenses, and ultimately their profit. The big thing you're looking for here is a growth trend. Are they consistently growing those profits year over year? Next, the balance sheet is a lot like your overall net worth, everything you own versus everything you owe. The key insight here is all about financial stability. Are they sitting on a rock-solid foundation, or are they completely drowning in dangerous debt? And then we have the cash flow statement. This one is huge. Because of some really quirky accounting rules, a company can actually look super profitable on paper, but if they aren't generating real cash, they can't even keep the lights on. Cash flow reveals the undeniable truth. It tracks the actual physical cash entering and leaving the bank accounts, making sure you aren't being fooled by clever accounting illusions. All right, Section 3. Key financial ratios. These are your cheat codes for quick comparisons. Once you know how to navigate those statements, you get to use ratios. Think of ratios as shortcuts that take massive amounts of complex data and turn them into simple metrics. First, there's the PE ratio. A PE of 10 basically means it would take 10 years of their current earnings to pay back your purchase price. It is the ultimate test for whether a stock is expensive or cheap. Second, ROE. This shows exactly how efficiently they use money to generate profit. Third, debt to equity is basically your financial risk alarm. And finally, EPS shows you the exact dollar amount of profit tied to just one single share. So you get efficiency, risk, and value, all totally at a glance. On to Section 4, Understanding the Business, taking a look beyond just the numbers. Here's a quick reality check for you. Numbers alone just aren't enough. You have to ask yourself about the real-world business. Does the company have a moat protecting it from the competition? Think about a globally recognized brand versus a cheap, generic knockoff. Is the business actively growing, or is it declining in its industry? Who are their main competitors? You really want to be investing in a strong brand, maybe one with superior technology or even a market monopoly, rather than buying into a mathematically cheap but totally dying business. Let's put this brand new knowledge to the test, okay? Imagine you're looking at two companies. Company A has high profits, growing revenue, really low debt, and a huge advantage in their market. Then there's Company B. They have declining profits, high debt, and a super weak business model. Now, even if Company B's stock price is drastically cheaper than Company A's, Company A is still almost always the far better investment. Remember, cheap but worthless is still worthless. Intrinsic value is what actually matters here. Finally, Section 5, Rookie Mistakes to Avoid. Let's talk about protecting your capital. Let's rapid fire through the common traps that usually wipe out retail investors who ignore this fundamental stuff. Number 1, buying just because the stock price looks low. Remember, the price alone tells you absolutely nothing about the value. 2, ignoring crushing debt. Massive debt can bankrupt a company, no matter how cool or trendy their product is. 3, FOMO buying based on social media hype. Hype always fades, but bad financials, those stick around. And 4, skipping the report card entirely. If you guess, you lose. It's that simple. Now, as you continue your investing journey, you are definitely going to hear people talk about technical analysis. The difference between the two is super simple. Fundamental analysis, what we're doing today, focuses on value and long-term investing. Technical analysis focuses on reading price charts and timing the market short-term. While both methods definitely exist, the rule for beginners is crystal clear. You have got to start with the fundamentals. You need to understand true value before you can ever hope to successfully navigate jumpy price charts. The stock market is not a casino. Well, not if you actually know how to read the odds. If you can understand a business, you can build wealth. So the next time someone tries to give you a hot stock tip, I want you to ask yourself, are you just gambling on a price tag? Or are you actually investing in real value? Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this explainer helpful, definitely subscribe for our next one, How to Read Financial Statements Step by Step. Until next time, keep analyzing.